all the windows and door to your drawing, this next stage is adding the type of door and window to this drawing. As you can see from this list, for example, each type of door and window associated with the specific information about that door. For example, the door type 2 is door 2 foot 6, 6 foot 8 inches. And we're going to add those information to our drawing. What we're going to do is that we're going to go over to this drawing. I didn't add all the doors, but you already add all of them. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to use the circle, and I'm going to draw a circle. I'm going to draw a 5-inch circle. Okay, so the circle is right there. Let me just change the layer. So I'm going to go to the Home tab. I place this in the text layer, which is the right layer I want to be. So I'm going to put it in the text layer. I can use a dimension as well if both of them works perfect. So you can either use dimension or the text. Both of them supposed to be a right place for adding this door type and window type. I'm going to go to the insert, and in the second section, I have this define attribute. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to define an attribute. And this is a list of how we can define the attributes for this object. So I'm going to go and type this one as a door type, and the promo, which is coming when we want to add this type of block or this type of attributes to our drawings. I'm going to type it to a prompt door type as well. We're going to keep it visible, it's not going to be invisible, and we're going to justify the text into the center and center. The time of the style we're going to use is going to be the same size of our dimension, so I'm going to keep it as a dimension text style. It's going to be annotative, and I'm going to press OK, and I'm going to place it in the center right there. Perfect. So this is going to be the door type. Let's go to define the second attribute. I'm going to add the define attribute. This time I want to add the information. So each time that we look at it, what's going to be that specific type for this door type. So I want to have the door basically information, and the same thing. I'm going to door info, and default, we don't set any default value, and we're going to say this one's supposed to be mid-center. Sometimes you add a default value. So for example, the ones that you usually most like, for example, attribute, let's say for example the most door type that you have in your drawing is going to be door type 2, so you add a default value of 2. The rest of them, we're going to put it in the middle of the center. The text style is going to be dimension, it's going to be annotative, but this time we're going to use it as invisible. And then we're going to press OK, and we're going to place this one on this side. Okay, that's not the right side, so I'm going to move this one and then place it right in the center. Okay, everything looks good. Now let's go ahead and create our, basically, if it's not in the right direction, so let me just change this one and then place it in the dimension layer. Okay, everything is in dimension layer, and I am also want to be in the dimension layer. So active layer is going to be dimension layer. So let's go ahead and create a block. I'm going to go to insert, and I'm going to go create a block. I'm going to call this door type. Specify point, center of the circle, select the object, all these things. Everything else is supposed to be same. I want this one to convert to block, and I don't want this to be open in the block editor. So I'm going to uncheck this one. It's going to be annotative, and I'm going to say OK. So right after I do this, it's basically convert this object to the block. See, this menu is basically ask me those information. I know the door type for this one is supposed to be door type 2, and I know that the size of this door is going to be 2 foot 6 inch. And let's see what else I know about this door. It's going to be 6 and 8. So that's going to be 6 foot 8 inches as well. Everything else looks fine. I'm going to press OK, and see right after that, the ones that I said it's going to be invisible, it doesn't show itself here. So if I select and go to the properties, Control 1, it's going to bring me to properties. If I go all the way down, says door information, it's going to be 2'6". All the information is right here. Door type, which is the visible one. So let's do this one more time. So for the sake of conversation, let's say that this door here is going to be door type 3. I know that it's a door type 2, but let's do this for door type 3. I'm going to go over here and then insert, and I'm going to use this door type. And I'm going to place it somewhere here. This time, door info, it's going to be using a different door info, so it's going to be door 2 foot. And it's going to be, what's this size? It's going to be 6, same height. So it's going to be 6'8", which is the size of that door. And this floor is going to be type 3, right? And I press OK. See the same thing. The one that we set it as invisible is invisible. The one it says visible is going to be visible. So all I need to do is that I need to just copy these two different type and then populate the drawing and show that, for example, whenever I look at this window, what type of door, this door, basically what is going to be this door, what is going to be this window,